Tier 1 Games fans. So another unboxing here today, so sort of more of our post-Gen Con coverage here. So this is a terrain unboxing, so we have a pretty neat terrain kit here from Lasercraft Workshop. These guys are, I think, from South Bend, Indiana. So this is they call it the Behemoth, and seeing it in person, it is a behemoth. It's basically a giant construction machine here. So let's take a look at this. So it's got two working arms, over 18 inches long. It's got a free spinning bucket wheel, and as you can see just from the assembly picture here, just absolutely massive. So it is an MDF kit, so for those who aren't familiar with MDF, so it's basically wooden terrain here, so you can use wood glue more likely than not to assemble this, and then eventually paint it up here. So we're not going to assemble the whole thing on camera, obviously, just because this is a big, complicated kit, but I'll give you an idea of what comes in it. So this was about $60 if I recall correctly at Gen Con. So let's open up the box here. Alright, get a little bit of packing material, and then just a whole load of MDF. Probably would have expected it to be packed maybe a little bit nicer or organized a little bit better, since there's definitely going to be some flimsier bits in here, though. But this seems like some railing bits, some pieces for the bucket. So stuff like this probably should be packaged separately inside to make sure it doesn't snap or break. These are usually pretty flimsy pieces. More of these seem like part of the cutting wheel, perhaps. The platform itself, so it gives you an idea of how big this thing will be at the center here. A lot of etched detail, and then again, like I said, this is a bit surprising that it's just kind of thrown in here. So there's definitely going to be some sorting that has to happen. No directions included. Those are on their website, though, so that is at least a nice touch there. But yeah, so all the frames here. Seems like this is part of the track assembly up in here. A whole lot of MDF pieces, like I said. So this is definitely going to be a several hours long project to get this bad boy assembled. Yeah, more of the wheels, or tracks, I guess I should say here. Thankfully, though, as with most MDF kits, once you get going and getting pieces assembled, it actually tends to go pretty quick. So, having assembled other kits from Lasercraft Workshop, I can tell that they're all great quality. Things fit very nicely, very simply, and the detail is great. So it's a little expensive sometimes, but the kits are certainly worth it. So they'll definitely add just a whole new level of coolness to your terrain tables. So overall, fantastic kit. Can't wait to get it assembled. Like I said, I would have probably been a bigger fan just if they had packaged this a little bit nicer. Doesn't seem like anything's broken in here, but that certainly could have happened with the way this is all just thrown in there. So so check out a future video once we get this guy assembled. So it'll probably be a few days, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's completed. So lasercraftworkshop.com. So if you guys want to check them out, they do have a huge variety of cool kits. A lot of not just for sci-fi, they have fantasy. So for like a lot of your skirmish games, so stuff like War Machine, Malifaux, like Mantic's Kings of War, Age of Sigmar, that kind of stuff on the fantasy side, and some of the skirmish sized games. And then they have a decent amount of terrain that would work for other skirmish games out there, like let's say like Batman, certainly Dark Age, Infinity as well, and then on the other side of sci-fi, they have terrain that would be perfectly fine for 40k, for example, Warhammer 40k. There's this huge fortress kit. It's like a $300 kit, and they have like smaller versions of it. But seeing it all in person, it's absolutely fantastic. So can't recommend these guys highly enough. So again, Lasercraft Workshop. There we go. We'll zoom in on their logo so you guys can get an idea for that. Yeah, Lasercraft Workshop. And so again, that is the Behemoth, this massive construction machine here. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with more content.